Yo, this your boy EC22, and this is the FairWeather Fan channel, man. Please like, subscribe, share, but most of all, leave comments so you can join this conversation. D-Way, what's going on, my brother?
What's up? Another day in paradise, bro. I'm
Another
out.
day in
I,
Paris.
I
Somebody,
am. I am in San Antonio, the Alamo City,
yeah.
San Antonio, Texas, here at the Buffalo Wild Wings, um, going live with the Fairweather Fan.
See,
So,
that's live on
yeah,
location, Buffalo
yeah.
Wild Wings.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's been a good day. I played golf this morning and at Diamond Oaks Country Club. So shout out to those guys with
Okay.
some friends, and that was a good time. And drove down to San Antonio and had some work appointments tomorrow. So I thought I would just go live right here where we are. So that's what's up.
I want to get a quick shout out. Obviously, last Tuesday, I was out there at Woodbridge Golf Course. We talked about that
Yeah,
last Tuesday
yeah,
with my
yeah.
coworkers. But this past Saturday, I was out at Frisco Farms Golf Club with some friends of mine. So shout out to Dana Rucker, Andrew Williams, who come on the show a lot and visit. Terry, I forget Terry last name. I think sorry, Terry, I forget your last name. But Terry was out there. And then we and my boy Thad was out there, and so we had a great game. And then we also had who else? Oh yeah, it was six of us. Then we had Dana had another friend from out of town that showed up. So it was a great
Bro,
outing with those
bro,
guys,
whoa, whoa, whoa,
man.
whoa, 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 bro,
Yeah,
you turn into a golfing machine.
yeah.
You you play this day, you play this day, you play this day, you played yesterday.
So my goal is to pick up a stroke every single time I play. So I'm in the 120, 130 range. So if I
Well,
play, I
I
figure
got
if
you.
I
I
could pick
got
up a
you.
stroke, at least
I
one
got
every
you.
time I play. So
Yeah, I got you, bro.
he said, "Yeah, what's up, Big
What?
Sean?"
What? Whoa. Little shout out to Big Daddy '06. Hey, how's that knee? How's that knee? How's that little left knee working out for you, bro? Everybody know our friend Big Daddy '06, Big '06 Daddy, had a knee replacement this past
Yeah.
week, and he is slowly but surely, getting a little better every day. But he needs to stay out of the garage. He needs to stay out away from the cars. And he's not, so I'm gonna tell Mrs. Smith that he's not doing well. So,
Well,
but
two things,
good.
Sean. I want to say this. First of all, because D-Way pointed out that I've been playing golf a lot, which means I lost a lot of golf balls. So I know you're
Yeah,
the
yeah,
plug for
yeah,
golf balls.
yeah.
So I'm going to
That's
need some more
funny.
golf
Yeah,
balls.
yeah,
I
yeah.
got the number, but I need you to have your peeps to hook me up. And number two, I told D-Way, I told Demetrius, and I told Z-Man. And I don't know if they got this to you yet, but if they haven't, let me tell you. You and I have been assigned a foot race sometime in the near future. So I expect you to have a good knee and good knee surgery. But yeah, it's going down. We will have our foot race,
That's good.
And believe it or not, the guys got their money on you. So it is what it is.
Yeah. So hey, let me tell you something, EC.
Yes,
Let
sir.
me tell you what Big Daddy told me today. He said, "You
Okay.
know what? I know." He said, "I know I had my knee surgery, but hey," he said, "I can go out and get in the golf cart with you, and I
Oh
can
man.
ride around while you play." And so I'm just saying right now, I'm calling him out. I'm calling him out.
Okay.
He
Okay.
needs he needs to let me know when me and you and him can go out and play a little golf, and he can ride in the cart and and have some good laughs. So we'll see. We'll see. So
So it is what it is. And I
yeah,
also want to shout out on what was that? Monday, I went out with some brothers, Demetrius Murray, brother Larry Jackson,
yep.
brother Lewis, and then we had another guy named Peter. We all went out there to Frisco Farms again, and we had a great game of golf. So it was real
What?
fun out there. So hanging out with those guys. So like I say, picking up a stroke every time I play.
I don't know much Frisco Farms. So I don't know
What's
what's
going
up
on,
that.
Daniel Berry Sports Highlight? Man, you appreciate you for all the love and
What's
and
up,
and, and,
everyone? Happy Tuesday. Yeah,
and showing the
happy.
love, man, by clicking on every single time we come on Tuesday. So appreciate you. Let me know in the comment, are you a podcaster yourself? Because I need to go ahead and support your channel as well. So let me know. But I will subscribe to your channel whether you're a podcast or not. But I just need to know,
Yeah.
what do you do? So I appreciate the love and support. All right, D-Way, let's go ahead and jump into it, man. Listen,
Let's
The
do it.
opening drive, we're going to start with this conversation right here. Listen, Deshaun Watson has been named QB1 over Shedeur Sanders after what most people considered Shedeur Sanders having a better preseason performance than Deshaun Watson.
Yep.
First of all, just right off the rip, here's the information. What was your thought?
Okay, so here's my thoughts. It's same thing I said last week. I'm going to stay with it, and that's this: Deshaun Watson is the guy until they proves to everybody that he's not the guy. Okay,
Yeah,
and preseason is tricky.
yeah,
Okay, Shador looked good. I've said it for as long as I've been on the podcast. I'm a big Shador Sanders guy, but it was preseason. He's playing against backup, second and third string guys, some guys that won't even be on the roster in a couple of weeks. So it's Deshaun's job until he proves to Cleveland Brown Nation that he doesn't deserve to be there. So we'll see.
yeah.
Only the shadow knows.
So, second question on this. So we know a lot of this has to do with the contract Deshaun Watson has.
Okay.
My question is, why are people so upset of this narrative? If you're paying a guy the money you're paying Deshaun Watson, you expect him to play. Shador is still a younger guy. He's still got his whole career ahead of him. He
Come
only in
on.
his second year. You got a
Come on.
guy that we don't know whether he's going to be here tomorrow or next week, and you're paying him a lot of money. Like, I don't understand why people are so upset that money played a factor in this situation. Now, obviously, the Cleveland Browns organization have not came out or have not either confirmed nor denied whether this is the case, whether he's a starter or not. But we
Mhm.
all know. And why is that? If they came out tomorrow and say, yes, money played the factor, we paying this guy the money, we expect him to play, why are people so upset over that, D-Way?
Okay, so here's the deal. They brought Deshaun in to be the starting quarterback. Okay. Forget about the money for just a second.
Okay.
They brought him to Cleveland to be the guy. So as long as he's healthy, he's the guy. It has nothing to do with money or contract. He's the guy until they decide, you know what? He's not the guy anymore.
Okay.
So uh, I'm, I like both these guys. I hope Deshaun can have a good year. I hope Shador can continue to learn and grow because we
Yeah,
know he's the guy. He's the quarterback of the future for this franchise. But uh, I think most of us are rooting for Deshaun to have a good year. I said it last week, though. It's all going to come down to what kind of offensive line the Browns have put together.
absolutely.
So,
Well, I ain't mad at that. Yeah, I just want people like with pole position. That was a phrase that was introduced to us in football. Obviously, a NASCAR or Formula One or
mhm.
racing terminology that were introduced to us by former Pittsburgh coach. I can't think of his name. The former Pittsburgh coach when he came down to
Not Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin, introduced by
Okay.
Mike Tomlin, it came
Okay.
down to having Russell Wilson and Justin Fields on his squad, right? And I think I always think that's the accurate terminology, right?
Okay.
We've heard it all the time before. We never really heard it used in football. But yeah, Deshaun Watson has pole position, and he didn't go out there and do
Yep.
bad.
Yep.
No. So I mean, at the end of the day, he didn't do that much. I mean, Shadura didn't do that much of good of a job over Deshaun Watson,
Thank
right?
you.
It wasn't
Thank
like
you.
he went out there and threw for
Yeah.
150 yards and
Yeah.
66 and 2 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? So both guys played a mediocre preseason game, not
Yeah.
trying to get hurt. So that's what it was, right? So now but for those who out there who are upset because the money is an issue, make it make sense to me why that's an issue.
Yeah.
Because if you
Yeah.
had somebody in your crib that you paying, like your business you paying, you want them, hey, I need you to do your job. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And
And
of course, if they don't do their job, then you fire them. But at the point, you can't get mad for utilizing somebody you're already paying. That makes no sense.
yeah. I think, and I've been. Oh, here we go. Z-Man's coming in hot. These are the Browns that always find ways to mess up.
Wow. Just coming in
Z-Man,
hot. I've been coming in hot, boy.
what's up, Z-Man? Z-Man's in the house.
All right, then move on. Listen, the Texas Rangers are number one. D-Way.
Oh my
Is this
goodness.
temporarily or we here to
Um,
stay?
well, I mean, according to our buddy, our boy, our baseball guru Clint
Yeah.
Johnson. Okay, the Rangers are a half game up on Houston. This division is going to go down to the very last day, the very last game.
Yeah.
The Rangers are going to win this division. They're going to go make the playoffs because they're going to win this division by like a half game. I wouldn't be surprised if the Astros and the Rangers have to play a game after the season's over to figure out who wins this division. But the Rangers are in first. They got one of their hosses, Jacob DeGrom, pitching tonight
Yeah.
in Chicago. And so I'm hoping they can get a W tonight. But yeah, I'm excited about the Rangers and the direction they're going right now. So yeah, I'm in. I'm in. I'm on board. I know you are too. So
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, like I said, just give us fans an extra time to hang out with you. So I said,
well,
doesn't matter what happens doesn't matter what. Wow, whose side you on, Sean?
hey, you know what I say? I say Big Daddy needs to stay off those painkillers and those nerve blockers and those muscle relaxers because he's tripping right now.
It absolutely does matter what happened in the division. Hey, everybody are talking about the Brewers like they just got hot and now they're the number one team only by a game or so. So it's
Really,
like,
really,
so
you really,
yeah, yeah,
really.
yeah.
Are you gonna give me any love at all? At all? I mean,
That's
what
why
are
I
you
put it
saying?
up there because this was
Thank
your
you.
this you called this out, man. So talk
I
about the Brewers.
said the Brewers are the Cinderella story of this year. Okay. In
Yeah.
fact, I may go as far as to say that the Brewers win the World Series this year.
Mm.
So they're just solid. I also said the Tampa Bay Rays
You throw the Rays
are
out there, yeah.
are my other bunch that I think is in the hunt. It won't be the Yankees. It won't be the Dodgers. Um, but it could be the Rangers because I'm a homer. It's funny. The longer I've been on this show as a Fairweather fan guy, the more of a homer I've become because you are such a homer, Reese.
Hey, I'll be flipping, man. I want to give love out to my Padres. Obviously, just we sold the team a few months ago, and the way the direction that the new owners are going with this team is phenomenal. I can't wait to see because they're talking about spending money. And they said they're going to do things respectfully, but at this point, like like they ain't got no cap. They like they're really coming in and trying to change just the overall look of this franchise inside and out. So
Mm-hmm.
I love Petco Park. I love where it's set. I don't know where they can put. I mean, it's a beautiful park. Obviously, it's older. I don't know where you can do renovations from. I don't know if there's there another place in the city. Only been in San Diego one time to watch and play. So I don't know if there's any other place in the city that would give us that view right off the ocean. So I don't know, but if they're planning on building another park, hey, that'll be. You just got to find a place for it. I'm pretty sure you can find something in the city. But just what they're doing, you know what I'm saying, it's just been phenomenal. You know what I'm saying. So congratulations, and then just big ups. I'll be watching them like I always do with much just hype behind them. Got some comments coming in. Wow.
They're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. Look. Check your deal. I just looked at it.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. He said the Rangers are number one, 66 and 66. They're right at 500s. The Houston Astros are 65 and 66. So they're, like I say, a half game behind as of
So
right now.
I got that's what I'm looking at. So, Ron, I don't know who you are and where you're calling from, but
Boy,
apologize
you ought to
for
be
the
ashamed of yourself.
Z man. Are you serious right now? You tripping, bro? Tripping. I'm saying.
The San Diego Padres are a national basketball, are a Major League Baseball team. I'm sorry.
Right there. That shows us that the Rangers are half a game up on the Astros. So I don't know.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I don't know what's up. So So let's see. Z man, you tripping, bro?
Hey, we're second place in the National League West, sir. So we're right behind the
He
Dodgers. And
said.
so
He said, "Sir."
oh man, that is too funny. Um, Next topic. Let's get to this one right here. I wanted. I'm trying to. Let's talk about Dewan Bonner. For those who, this is a WNBA, and I'm always kind of careful on how I talk about WNBA because I know some fans out there may not know a lot about the WNBA, so I'm gonna have to set it up. But anyway, Dewan Bonner is a longtime veteran, obviously a future Hall of Famer.
Yep.
I think she was top 3, top 4 in scoring in the WNBA.
Mm-hmm.
Currently playing, was currently playing for the Phoenix Mercury, the team that actually drafted her. She spent several years in Phoenix, spent a few years over in Connecticut. She played there half a season with the Indiana Fever, and then went back to Phoenix, the team that drafted her. She has been recently been bought out of a contract to play for a championship contender team this year. The big question is, where should she go? There's a lot to say about DeWanna Bonner. If you don't watch the WNBA, obviously she's not the name that most people hear. She's not the Paige Becker. She's not the Caitlin Clark. She's not the Angel Reese, the Azzy Fuzz. She's not the Nafisa Collar. She's not the Aja Wilsons. She's none of those girls. Like, her name's not going to be in the lights. But she is a Hall of Famer. She had her day, 2-time champion, 6-time All-Star. Like, DeWanna Bonner is her. You know what I'm saying? Just because her name is not in the lights or trending,
Right.
that don't mean she's not a great player. And so, D-Way, you know enough about DeWanna Bonner. Out of the 8 teams that are currently entering the playoffs, which teams you think that would be a good fit for DeWanna Bonner? We got a lot of comments coming in.
Yeah, you know who would be after what I saw Golden State do to Minnesota.
Okay.
She would be good in Golden State, or she would also be good in Minnesota. Oh, it's Ron and Terry. We were supposed to enjoy a couple. I'm sorry, Ron. That's why Ron. That's why he's giving me, because Ron and Terry are huge Astros fans. That's why he's giving me such a hard time about the Rangers right now. So, okay, Ron. I'm sorry, Ron. But Ron, I'm sorry. I'm also, Ron, sorry to tell you that the Rangers are going to win that division. So,
yeah, Ron.
What's your thoughts on that?
I know it's weird, Ron, because you see me wearing a Houston Texans hat, but that's where it stops.
So Ron and his wife Terry live in San Antonio.
Yeah,
and I met them here last time we had the podcast here during the NBA playoffs.
Yeah,
and they actually got to come up to Arlington to see the Rangers and the Astros play up there in our Globe Life field, which is cool.
Yeah,
but and we were hoping that we were gonna connect tonight, but Ron's feeling a little bit under the weather, but he's not too feeling. He's a little chippy because he's talking trash about my Rangers. So but yeah, I like the Rangers to win that division by half a game. So.
All right, so back to DeWanna Bonner. So
Golden State or Minnesota is where she needs to be.
Okay.
After what I saw Golden State do the other night to Minnesota in Minnesota,
yeah,
for me, Golden State looks good, bro. They look good.
Yeah. So when I'm looking at so those are obviously the top 2 teams, the number 1 and number 2 currently right now. And if she really wants to get serious about trying to win a 3rd championship in her career, obviously those are the 2 safe cities to be in, because we're really looking at those 2 teams. Like, one of them teams is going to win it all this year. If she's looking to make an impact, to give a team a better chance to win, not trying to go and sit on somebody's bench and just walk your way into a championship, right? But she wants to compete, to give a team a better chance. I'm looking at the Las Vegas Aces. Nyesha Smith just had a non-contact knee injury in the last game. Their bench is terrible. They literally have nothing coming off the bench. They're trying with all types of stuff to get some type of bench production. They just don't got it. Aja Wilson's still the most consistent player in the whole WNBA. She's going to be herself. But, Jackie Young is going to be Jackie Young. Chelsea Gray is going to be that facilitator. But in that's it. And Nyesha Smith was a very big part of that organization. Now she's gone. Now, obviously, they play 2 different positions. DeWanna Bonner is a wing. Nyesha Smith is a center. But she can bring scoring. She can bring scoring. The other team that people thought that she could be a good fit for are the Dallas Wings. Because of her scoring, because Dallas also lacked bench scoring.
But they're not going to make a serious run at this thing. So
they're sitting in 8th spot. They got to make the playoffs first, because between them and Portland right now, so they got to make it serious.
That last week, yeah. So I don't know why she'd want to go there, because they're not going to make a run at it. So
But the team that I'm hyped about, which to me will make the most sense as far as seriousness, is the Atlanta Dream. Now, me personally, as a fan, I would love to see her go to the Aces. I think her and Becky would get along well. I think her and Asia and the rest of the girls would get along well. I think, like I say, her and Becky was playing in the league for about 4 years, crossover time. And so they're familiar with each other, having to play each other a couple of times. Their records are almost similar. Except Becky don't have any championship, but both of them are 6-time All-Stars. So I think that and plus Becky is a coach who can really, really appreciate and get her where she needs to be. With that being said, the way Coach Shemescu has been really coaching Atlanta Dream, you talking about, look, everybody gets involved. If you could put the ball in the basket, you're gonna get a chance to play.
Yeah.
Like there's no selfishness over in at ATL. Her and DeWanna Bonner, Angel Reese playing side by side, being a wing, her IQ, what she can bring to those ladies over there who haven't won a championship. She got championship pedigree. She got toughness. I think it mean a lot to the Atlanta Dream if they're going to get serious about making a run. So those are my three. I mean, obviously, like you said, D-Way, the two clear choices would be the Minnesota Lynx, who don't have a great bench themselves, but they starting 5, all averaging double figures, so you don't need a bench, right? And then you start looking at, like you say, my only question about the Golden State Valkyries, I think Natalie Kasi is convinced that her team and the way her team is constructed, she don't need nothing else. I think she's convinced that she don't need nothing else.
So we didn't talk about this, so I'm gonna kind of randomly throw a question out, okay, to you, okay? You ready?
Are we changing subjects?
No, we're not.
Okay, go ahead.
We didn't talk about this, but you're the perfect guy to ask this question to. And it's has to do with DeWanna Bonner.
Okay.
In your opinion, who will be the final 4 teams left standing in the playoffs?
Oh, man.
I want to hear you tell me 4 teams. Not who you hope, who you want, who realistically you think will be the final 4 teams standing.
It's going, well, okay. Obviously, I got Minnesota and Golden State.
Then we both agree to that.
Then I think it's going to come down to Indiana and I'm looking at Indiana and could be Indiana and Indiana and ATL.
Okay. So based on what you just said, then ATL would be a good fit for her. I still think Minnesota and Golden State would be a good fit for her.
Yeah.
Okay. Any of those 3, and because Bonner is the piece for teams push him over the edge. So
yeah.
Okay, I like your 4. I like your 4 teams you picked. Yeah.
Now the reason why I hesitate on it because I got beat up on social media when I said that the Indiana Fever is the toughest team into the playoffs. They beat me up, D-Way, for saying that.
Mm-hmm.
People got mad at me like y'all listen. I'm gonna go ahead and address this now on the podcast.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna say something afterwards. Yeah.
I want to clip this part to clip on TikTok as a response, as a video response to that. You can hate the Indiana Fever all you want.
I love where you're going with this,
Clark
bro.
all you want.
Come on.
The same energy I gave towards the Chicago Sky and Angel Reese when she was there, right? Whether you like a player or dislike a player, that has nothing to do with the hardwood. You got to respect the team for where they are. And at the end of the day, I understood what people were saying. They were talking about how, when you start looking at the Golden State Valkyrie and the Minnesota Lynx and how they're playing lights out and stuff like that. But when I said the toughest team, right, when you talk about a tough team, you talk about a team that has basically almost no weaknesses on the people who comes on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean they're going to win it all. It just means they're a tough team. You know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson faced a lot of tough opponents. Even he said recently that we didn't know of that there were times he got into the ring afraid of his opponent. But for us watching in our seats, didn't look like because he knocked him out in a few seconds, right? Mm-hmm. That's what I mean by tough team, right? Mm-hmm. you know what you're going to get with Golden State. You know what you're going to get with Minnesota, so you're playing accordingly, but you don't know how to come at the Indiana Fever.
Mhm.
When you're looking at this same team made it to all the way to the semifinals, took Aces, the champions, to a game 5, and they did it all without Caitlin Clark.
Mhm. Mhm.
That says a lot. Now you got Caitlin Clark back, who's up there in top 5 in scoring. You got Kelsey Mitchell in top 5 scoring. You really haven't got Aaliyah Boston really going yet, who was a key factor in that playoff run last year, right?
Yep.
Beating
Yes,
up
sir.
every
Yes,
big
sir.
that they came
Yes, sir.
across, right?
Right.
That's going
Right.
to be a factor. Then you start looking at Tipson, who's now playing. You're looking at how Lexi Hall is playing. You look at how Sophia Cunningham is playing. Like they got these girls gelling at the right moment. Monique Billings is playing.
Yeah.
Like this team has got a lot
Come on.
going on right now. So they're a tough team. And like I said, I don't know why people jumped on me behind that, but I think people don't really listen.
I'll tell you why, because
Yeah.
and this is one of my favorite things about you, okay? Other than the fact that you come all the way across the other side of the church building, all the way over to my side
Yeah.
to say hi to me and love on me and my wife. That's
Yeah.
okay. What's up, Lou? What's up, Lou? And that's this, okay? What's up, Jonathan G?
Back in the house.
Yeah. EC, you were by the Fever. Hey, Z-Man, stay right there with us, Z-Man. Stay right
Yeah.
there. You were by the Fever like I am about the Cowboys, okay?
Yeah.
You're the first one to rag on the Fever. You're also the first one to give the Fever the props, okay?
Oh, yeah.
And that's why I am with the Dallas Cowboys. So, but go back, put Z-Man's comment back up there. Yeah, I mean, I am scared to death. If Bonner lands in Golden State, they win the championship. I said it first here on the Fairweather Fan.
Oh, absolutely.
If Bonner gets to Golden State, they're going to win the ring this year.
The only thing about Indiana that they tried that, she joined them last year in 2025. That didn't work out.
Yeah, that's not a good fit.
Yeah,
no.
not good fit. But Minnesota, Golden State, and Vegas, that'd be
But
definitely Vegas.
I like your Atlanta scenario though. I just don't think Atlanta has enough weapons to. But man, if she could get to Golden State or Minnesota, it'd be a tough team.
Yeah, it comes down to team because you're still dealing with athletes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, athletes sometimes, especially when they get to this point of the season, athletes have emotions. When I'm looking at the top 2 between Minnesota and the Golden State, right? Does DeWanna want to be a 5 to 10 minute person coming off the bench? And if she's willing to take that role just to get another championship under her belt, that's fine. Like she plays some, but if she wants to contribute, the Aces needs her. Going to Atlanta, we got to manage emotions because we're talking about her possibly taking the spot of Naz Hillman. Starting. So it's because or taking some minutes away from maybe Medina God or any of the other girls coming off the bench. So I don't know.
So I think Bonner's at a place in her career as a future Hall of Famer that she's like, if I could ride out into the sunset with a championship, I think it would just put a stamp on her great career. So, I mean, Minnesota and Golden State, I mean, and the Aces. But I mean, gosh, Minnesota. If she could get to Minnesota for this last final run,
Man,
and I'm a little prejudiced there when I talk about Minnesota.
Yeah.
So I don't have to even go there, but yeah. So
I remember because when you look at last year when Dejanay Carrington joined the Minnesota squad and really didn't get a chance to play because of injury. You ask somebody like DeWanna Bonner, they're basically the same player, just DeWanna Bonner is a whole lot better. so no disrespect to Dejanay. She's a good player, but she ain't no DV. That's just what that is.
Y'all are both good, but you're a whole lot better.
Hey, we come to the section. We got to point it out. Listen, all the haters that has been talking online and on the media, we got to point it out, man. Has she finally silenced the doubters? Angel Reese sets WNBA rebound record. Listen, the last couple of games have been phenomenal. She went 9 for 9 in a win against the Sparks. They turn around and put 31 up against the Mercury. And then she turned around and then set a WNBA record again against those Sparks with 26 rebounds in the game, surpassing Asia Wilson. I mean, she's been playing phenomenal. D-Way, right here on this show, when all the not so much love that was given to Angel Reese, when they tried to make her a villain versus Caitlin Clark, we stood in the gap and we stood in the trenches and we stood 10 toes down by saying, listen, she is better than what people give her credit for. And other podcasters, other mainstream media was trying their best to dig her an early grave. And I'm like, no, she's not ready. So I did my exorcism power and I kept getting up out of the grave. Like, no, she's not ready. Let me pull her out. Let me excavate her out of that grave and let people know where she belongs. But I made a statement about her, D-Wade, that was false. Part of it's true, but it's false. I said that Angel Reese cannot be the best player on the squad and will give them a chance to win. But as of right now, she may not be the best scorer, but what she's doing for Atlanta, she is definitely by far the best player on that squad. Hands down. Hands down.
So I got 2 comments about all of this. And I love this right here, what we're talking about. Are we looking at, and this is for the viewers to comment on, are we looking at the female version of Dennis Rodman? Are we? I want to hear everybody comment on that. Secondly, I would do almost anything to see Angel Reese don an Indiana Fever uniform here in the next couple of years. I think she would be a phenomenal piece for the I don't think Bonner would be a good piece for the Fever.
No.
I think Angel Reese would be a great piece for the Fever because I do think she is the Dennis Rodman of the WNBA.
There is a video, D-Way, and okay. if I knew we was going to take this angle, I would have brought this video up so I can verify and validate to the people that you ain't lying. Because there was a video prior to her coming to the WNBA draft. She made a statement herself, Angel Reese. She said that she would love to play with Caitlin sometime in her career. Mm-hmm. And then she made this bold statement. She said, we will play together sometime in the WNBA.
Yeah. Yeah.
All these people saying that Angel Reese hate Caitlin Clark, all that nonsense. Like, the footage is out there.
No.
That hug after Iowa beat LSU. We now got the footage of what Angel Reese said to Caitlin. She gave her a hug and said, hey, I'm going to see you next year. We're going to get there together. Like, we're going to be there together. Not in like what people try to make it out to be, oh, I'm going to see you next year. We're going to get to like fight or something like that. Like, no. Like, listen, we have opportunity to play together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think, I'm more than, of course, the end of their career, it's going to make much sense for them guys to play together. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to have to be on Caitlin Clark. She's going to have to open up because we talked about her. No, she's going to have to open up. You're going to have to open up a little bit more.
Can you imagine?
Got some comments coming down. John C. said,
somewhere in between Rodman and Moses Malone.
I like Moses Malone.
I
like because she's a scorer. Rodman wasn't a known scorer, but she's a scorer. I liked it.
I love Moses
he said, no,
I
like Moses Malone.
Yeah, that's greatness. Yeah,
he said the best player in Atlanta is stretching it.
Stretching it. A sport player, yes. Draymond was never the best player. Okay.
But the reason why I say that, when you start talking about Atlanta, right? When you look at Golden State, let's park right here. There's no way in the world anybody on the Golden State Warriors is going to outshine what Steph Curry has done. Then you add in the Klay Thompson, the Splash Brothers, right?
Okay.
Draymond is what they say the heartbeat of that team. But I challenge anybody, tell me any other news this year that's came out of ATL other than what Angel Reese has been doing. You got Alicia Gray. You got like I said, Ryan Howard, Brianna Jones, who's been injured for most of the season. You know what I'm saying? All the news, anytime the news come out of there, it's all about what Angel Reese has done, right? And like I say, when it comes down to scoring, scoring is she's not a known scorer, but she's a double machine. There ain't but 2 teams in the WNBA that have a player that's averaging double figures.
Mm-hmm.
That's Atlanta and Dallas with Jessica Shepard.
Yep.
Jessica
Yep.
Shepard was an all-star this year, an all-star starter. Angel Reese was an all-star, but she wasn't a starter. She was reserved. But she should have been a starter. If you're going to look at what Jessica Shepard has done, you should take into account what Angel Reese has done. You know what I'm saying? And her numbers are slightly better than Jessica Shepard. So right now, being consistent and playing, like I think she's the best player right now. Coming because you win or lose with her. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I stand right now. So I mean, but I get it. I know Z-Man what you're saying. It is stretching it a little bit, but I like what I'm seeing because the game is completely different if she's not on the floor.
But I just want to see. This is what I want to see. Okay, DC, you ready?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I want to see my backcourt. Caitlin Clark at the 1,
Okay.
Kelsey Mitchell at the 2.
Okay.
Okay, Lexi Hall or Sophie Cunningham at the 3, Angel Reese at the 4, and Leah Boston, your girl, at the 5. I want to see that bunch on. I want to see that. I want to see that. Okay.
Okay.
And I think it would be super. They'd sell out every arena that they went into. Every arena they would go to sell out. And a lot of that's because of all those girls that are there now. And a lot would be because of Angel Reese, what she
Yeah.
brings to the table. Man, can you imagine?
Yeah. I'm gonna flip it up for you just a little
I'm
bit.
excited. I'm just got excited about that team.
So let's say if contracts was an issue,
Okay.
Kelsey Mitchell is playing lights out. So
But like she has been all year. Hello.
right, she signed to a max contract. Let's say
Okay.
that became an issue, right? Now I'm looking at players like who can play alongside Caitlin Clark that may not at this particular point of career may not be getting it done like Kelsey Mitchell, but can be definitely a good complementary player to Kelsey Mitchell. I'm looking at people like the young star like Kiki Rice
Okay.
over in Portland,
Okay.
who was pretty much a Rookie of the Year candidate until she got hurt. Then I'm looking at Carla Letty, who's also plays for Portland. So Kiki Wright plays for Toronto. Carla Letty plays for Portland. Like if you watch their game, and then you're looking at Sydney Taylor over at Chicago. Like these women have that Kelsey Mitchell, Olivia Miles type vibe. You know, if you're looking at contract, let's take one of these 3 rookies. We'll call Letty the 2nd-year player, the 3rd-year player, but if you take one of these rookies and this 3rd-year player, pair with Caitlin Clark, that becomes a real thing. That frees up Angel Reese to be Angel Reese. Because you're looking to have a Kelsey Mitchell who's ball dominant, Caitlin Clark is ball dominant, that kind of disrupt Angel Reese for getting into her package, right? But if you have another person who can be a facilitator, because you don't want Caitlin Clark facilitating, you got to move Caitlin Clark to the 2. And let either one of those girls between I like Kiki Rice or Carla Letton come down and facilitate her and let them facilitate.
I like it.
Then boom, it opens up everybody. That way, what's that can be more of a passer. And of course, you definitely got to have Sophie Cunningham ain't going. I'm not Sophie Cunningham and Alexa Hall ain't going over.
Can you imagine if you had Angel at the 4 and Aaliyah at the 5? How dominant that would be.
That would be so unfair for the league.
Yeah.
Because that's what this is the type of energy that Angel Reese wanted to bring with Camille Cardozo.
Mm-hmm.
Like Camille, you from That Girl University. What I mean by that, South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And she was glad to get on the floor with a South Carolina Gamecock. Mm-hmm. It just didn't happen. Now, being able to share the floor again with Aaliyah Boston from That Girl U, it makes so much because that's like she played against those girls. Mm-hmm. She played against Aaliyah Boston. She played against I know what y'all can bring, and that will make so much sense. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's leaving a comment saying if Angel Reese is
a better all-around rebounder than Charles.
Oh yeah, because no, not yet. Tina Charles is no, not yet. That's an unfair question. Tina Charles is like the best of the best that came down to rebounds. Sylvia Fowles was more of a scorer. Sylvia Fowles was 6'6", 6'6", 6'7". All right. So we look at Angel Reese being 6'3", 6'4", you know, and Sylvia Fowles was mean. No, I'm gonna say she's not mean. She was tough. So she's not better than them at it, but her double doubles is climbing up the ladder up there with them. But hey, Lou, before it's all over with, she may surpass Tina Charles got a little longer way to go. Sylvia Fowles is right there. But watching them play in real time, like Sylvia Fowles was a whole vibe, just a whole vibe. But you also got to look at the team she played on too. You know what I'm saying? That tough Minnesota team. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She played with Chicago Sky too and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, this is where she's at. She's right there. Those some good names. You put in a category with some great women. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But I see Angel being like a Rodman with
yeah.
Jordan and Pippen, and I see her
Without the
being
antics.
and I see her being thank you. See her being a Draymond Green
Yeah,
with Clay with the Splash Brothers. You know,
yeah,
that's why
yeah, yeah.
that's why I think she'd be so good with Indiana. So yeah.
All right, D Wade, let's go ahead and do it. We got to talk about who's right and who's wrong, man. We gotta go ahead and talk about this. Choose a side, man. We gotta choose a side, man. Oh man, listen. Let's go ahead and talk about it, man. Let's throw some true and false questions out there, or right or wrong questions out there. And this is where it's about to get a little dicey. It's about to get a little dicey. Going back to the statement we talked about earlier, right or wrong, if Cleveland starts 0-2, the Browns should immediately turn the offense over to Shador. Immediately if they start 0-2.
So I'll say no. I'll say wrong. Say wrong. 0-4, yeah. 0-4, yes. 0-2, no. Okay.
Oh man, you know what?
Because 0-2, you still have a chance to make the playoffs. You start getting 0-4, 0-5. And what kind of 0-2 are we talking about? We're talking about a 0-2 where offense does nothing, or are you talking about an 0-2 where they lose on a last-minute field goal? Yeah. So
it depends on what it looked like. If they just got blown out 2 games, then to bench a starter in 2 games.
No. 4 games. I'm 4 games. I'm 4 games. It's so wrong. Yeah.
Okay. I pick up what you put down. I like the 4-game situation. I ain't mad at that.
Okay.
Right or wrong, the fear of injury has caused NFL coaches to undervalue the importance of preseason.
Oh, 100% right. Yeah, 1,000% right. Okay. No, for sure. I still think they ought to. I still think they ought to go out there. I still think they ought to go out there and make them play one series, the opening series, and then let them go back to the sidelines and take their pads off after that. But so what do you think? What do you think?
See, I don't know. Yes, it's right because the fear of injury is something that the coaches and the owners have thrown out to us, the consumers. It told us that's the reason why they don't play in preseason games, because you don't want a high-dollar player to get injured and whatnot, blah, blah, blah. But it's that fear that you don't see a lot of value in placed on the preseason other than trying to get these other 53-man rosters signed up, getting your third stringers on the field. Then everybody's questioning why week 1 and week 2 you got players going out, particularly the players in the trenches, going out early, getting injured. We see that every single year. So it's like, let's see what John said it's true. The fear of injury has caused he all says it's true. Because without going into a long commentary about it, I think it is it's they undervalue. They're not going to admit it. They're going to look at some key players, but the overall preseason undervalue. I'm gonna tell you what I don't like, D-Way. I don't like guys. I don't like the energy I see on the sideline. There's too much goofing off from the starters.
100% facts.
Because it's a double standard. When the regular season starts and the starters on the field, and you got the third stringers wearing don't have pads on, they're expected to be engaged. Why is it the opposite when the starters in there on the sideline and the third stringers are in the game? Y'all should be expected to be engaged. Now you're gonna have people like Dak and your quarterbacks stuff like that doing their thing, but it's too much. It's too much grab aids out there, and too much horseplay, and it's too much media interviews and stuff like that. It's too much, man. It's too much bling worn and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's too much.
Hey, why can't we do this? Why can't the starters sit up in the stands together?
Yeah.
Get them up in the stands away from the. So that way it'll be more focused on the sideline.
That
can still wear the earpiece up in the stands, but I love it. You see grab A's.
He said those games should not do away with the preseason. I'm okay with doing away with preseason, but you got to evaluate players some type of way. So, what you're going to go through joint practices now with other teams? Like,
No,
how you going to evaluate play?
let's have
At
two
least give them
preseason,
two.
two, yeah, and call
Okay,
it good. Call it good, yeah.
I like that. I like that. That
And
makes
then
sense.
hey, give them 2 games, and then up it to 18 regular season games. Yeah.
All right, let me say, right or wrong, you can't say preseason doesn't matter while using preseason performance to decide who makes the 53-man roster. This is what a lot of fans has been saying. Like Jones, GC, preseason doesn't matter. Well, like you said, you just pretty much answered that question by saying at least give us 2 games. But is there break down the true importance of preseason, D-Way?
Okay, so I do agree that they have to have some type of evaluation, and
Evaluate doing
so
OTAs.
2 games, and then yeah, and so because really at the end of the day, on a 53-man roster, you're really only looking at 13 spots.
Okay.
They know they're top 40. They're top 40. They pretty much know.
Okay.
So they're trying to fill 13 spots, and I think you can do that in 2 games.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
so
I like it. I like it. So
yeah,
OTAs is not enough.
no, it's not. It's not.
Okay, I ain't mad at that. And now we
Yeah,
finna get into a little bit of controversy. Everybody
I love,
hold your seat.
love it, love it,
It's
love
about
it.
to go down. I'm just gonna hit the right or wrong. Former Ole Miss tight end Daquan Wright being able to play for LSU after a few months with the Cleveland Browns. This has been breaking news. This has been everybody has been kind of back and forth. We know Lane Kiffin, the coach of LSU. We know his standpoint. DUA, what are your thoughts about
So
players
did,
that
did so did Daquan? Did he declare for the draft?
he declared for the draft? He didn't
Okay,
get drafted. He was
okay,
picked up, undrafted to the Cleveland Browns. Was around the organization and then got waived, and then now he's back going to college.
okay. So if he didn't get drafted, then he's free meat on open market. He can do whatever he wants to do. Okay. And
Okay.
so and so for me, if you didn't get drafted, that means the NFL scouts said you're not good enough to get drafted. So go back to college and prove us wrong. Okay. So yeah, I'm good with it. I'm good with it. Yeah, I'm good with it. How about you, EC?
I'm surprised because I thought you was about because being coach. No, I'm like I've heard a lot of people give naysaying about this, and I know we talked about it in our text thread with Lewis, the guys, stuff like that. So obviously, this is going to be the same take I'm having. I am 100% for it. And let me tell you why. Because when we're talking about having the best of the best play, D-Way, in
Mhm.
both college and pros,
I like where you're going.
if a kid thinks that he's good enough to make the pros and declares for the draft, and
Yep.
he's not selected and not drafted, I think he should have the option. He should want to come back and
I
continue his
agree. I
career
agree.
and
I
continue
agree.
playing. Because if he ever going to get to the next step,
Come on.
basically
Come
it's
on.
like the statement: we didn't draft you because we didn't think you was ready.
Yep.
Okay, let him
Yep.
go back and play an extra year or two
Yep.
to
Yep.
get ready.
Yep.
You can't have a kid sitting in lingo. Now I know with the NIL money and stuff like that, all that. Well, let's put that to the side. We're talking about an individual player trying to be better for the next
Yep.
point. If
Yep.
after playing full, if after burning all his eligibility in college and still not ready for the draft,
Yep.
then okay, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
So let me address this, okay?
Okay.
So I am big into all the singing shows, America's Got Talent and
Yeah,
American
yeah,
Idol and The Voice. I'm way into all those shows. Okay, I love them.
yeah, yeah.
And there's been a lot of times where contestants come out and sang their heart out, and the judges said, "Hey, here's the deal: you're not ready right now. If you will go work on your craft, and if you come back next year, we think you can make the show."
Yeah,
Okay, and that's what we're talking about here with Daquan.
yeah,
Same
yeah.
exact thing.
Absolutely,
So yeah,
absolutely.
let this man go back to college and prove the scouts that yeah, I can do this. So I love it. I love it. Yeah. Tuesday, even the teams are rostering players have players for them not to resolve. No, oh, that's SEC's bad. SEC's bad. So, but
Was that the
uh,
SEC? Was that the Big 10? I thought that was the Big Ten. I could be wrong. I thought that was the Big Ten that came out because obviously this guy's playing the SEC, unless they did it afterwards. I thought that was the Big Ten that made that announcement. Let
Right.
me see. Um, he said the Big Ten and the Big 12 are following suit this afternoon.
Yeah. Well, they're bad.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Well,
can't.
let's go back.
I can't, as a 20 or 21 or 22-year-old man, say, "Hey, I want to go to the draft," and if they think I'm good enough, they'll draft me. If they don't think I'm good enough, then I'll go back and play my last year in college. I don't. I don't. That's just me. That's just me, though. You know.
So that was basically the SEC, the Big Ten. I mean, the Big 12 and the Big Ten.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if the rules are the rules. Let me say it that way. If they made this a rule, then they made it a rule. We can't argue about the rule, right? Um, but in defense of players trying to figure out exactly where they fit in their career, right? Can you
Mm-hmm.
imagine being a guy? Let's go to basketball. Can you imagine being a guy who's being told by scouters and recruiters and,
Mm-hmm.
and NBA officials saying that, hey man, you one and done, like you it, and then you go to a squad and
Yeah.
and and you get drafted, and then throughout training camp, you realize, like, man, like I'm not there yet. I was drafted because of the hype of what I was able
Mm-hmm.
to do in said conference or said organization. Then I realized, man, I ain't gonna get to play. And all of a sudden now you done reduced to the practice squad. Then you get waived by the team before the season even start. I believe you should be allowed to come back and play.
No, no, no. That's not what we're. That's not what we're talking about.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just you just turned it. You just turned the narrative. Okay, on me.
I did flipped it. I
Okay.
sure did.
Yeah. So if you get drafted
Yeah,
and you don't make it, shame on you. You're done. You're
yeah.
done. Okay, that's on
Wow,
you, bro. Okay,
wow.
and
No,
that puts a little bit of risk, a little bit of gamble into the deal. If you get drafted and you get cut, you go back and play in the college. No, oh, hell no, no, I'm out. So
okay. I mean, I get that argument, but
you you flipped it on me. You flipped the
I
script.
did no, I did flip it, and I did it on purpose because I understand. Like I said, that's why I said the rules are the rules because I was the rules behind this, right? But I'm just saying that I just gave a scenario that, like, honestly, I just because I'm thinking about myself, right? You're talking about young men, you're talking about young guys, right? From the guys, these guys are getting recruited out of high school. They're not making a lot of decisions on their own. Everybody's trying to make money off these guys. You got recruiters, you got agents telling you where they can and where they can't. You're making promises they can't necessarily guarantee. And you sit back and you get told to do what your parents. When you look at Michael Beasley sat on Shannon Sharp couch and said, "Man, listen, I had no say so in my journey,
Mm-hmm.
none. Everybody told me what to do. You know what I'm saying? My mama, my agents, my coaches. He sit
Oh
back and just
well,
like, all I want to do is play basketball. And so now when you look at the
yeah.
type of career that he had and the type of mental stress that put on him, that it's a hardship. So I think there's something that has to be done for the player. Because I don't want to lose eligibility just because I was told to go play at a different level and I had. And then you talking about a kid, we can
Oh
tell
well.
we can say that young men can't, our brains are not fully developed at a certain age, and then don't hold them accountable because they're a young person. But then in
Mm-hmm.
certain areas, we say, "Oh no, this is where we slam the gamut now." Like I said, that's just my opinion, and I know sides that disagree, but I just really believe that, hey, some type of opportunity should be given. Now, I guess it all for me. I'm gonna be fair with this.
Right. 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 Right.
If you're 3 years into college and you have the option to play your fourth year, and then you choose to go to draft, it's different. I said, but I think if you're a freshman and you go to draft, and you come back, I believe, like, if you have a comeback, you only got 1 year left. So basically, if you're a junior, you don't have any. But if you're a freshman or sophomore and you get drafted and you don't get, and you only get 1 year left. So you use a year of eligibility when you try to come back. Use a year or two of eligibility to come back,
Yeah.
because I think that'd be a fair medium, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To develop a player, because the last thing you want to do is, because we see a lot of players do, especially in basketball, like
Mm-hmm.
you was that guy for 1 year, then all of a sudden you down over at Fitness Connection. Like, I'm the man in my gym. It is what it is, right?
That's funny. That's good. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah.
Hey, let's go ahead and switch gears. Listen, we got to do it. We got to do it because it's about that time. We got to do it. Come to the front of the class. That the guy we're going to come to the front of the class is not a stranger to being up front, but obviously he loves the attention. So no, we're going to bring him back. We're going to bring him back, and that is one Enis Kanter. Listen, sir. Listen. First of all, I need to ask you a serious question,
That's
Enis Kanter.
greatness.
How is your head? Are you physically okay? Because they beat your head down this week.
Yeah.
And what the antics you pulled off the other day, social media, everybody came at your head.
Bro. He's tripping, bro.
The fans was about to beat you outside of Wintrust Arena. I mean, wow, bro, you had going into the arena, that should have been enough to let you know that it was time to stand down when the fans jumped on you outside the arena. But man, you still thought it was cool. But bro, Enis, listen, let me just be the first one to tell you this, man. I get it. I as far as your stance, without saying it, I agree with you. D-Way agree with you. We don't agree with transgender women playing the sports. Like, we stand beside you, but brother, there is a right and a wrong way to do everything. If ain't nobody ever told you in this country that just because you can legally do something, that don't make it right. Let me give you a scenario in this country. You're like the guy who would stand in a crowded park with the AR-15 rifle. I have my concealed carry, and I'm in the state of Texas, which allows me to do so. Doesn't make it right. And to get mad or confused when they call it on you.
Preach.
Like just because you're within your rights, that don't make it the wisest thing to do. Like, bruh, like this completely political for you, and we told you last week is a disruption. But you know what? I gave you a mouthful on TikTok, and then everybody else took off on it.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
D-Way, you take a stab at him. Hey, you know what he's like with Enis Kanter? You remember on the movie Airplane when the lady kept screaming and everybody had lined up to come slap her? This is what they're doing to Enis Kanter right now.
Enis, bro. Bro, what are you doing, dude? What are you doing? What are you thinking? What are you tripping on, bro? Are you on Big Daddy 06's, meds and his painkillers and his muscle relaxers and his nerve blockers and his oxycodone? You didn't have knee surgery, bro. They did. So go back to whatever cave you crawled out of and get back in it, man, because you're tripping, bro. Tripping.
Enis, the rules in Turkey are not the same rules in America. So I don't know if y'all had Turkish male female players. I don't know, but in America we don't do that. And I get your stance, bro. But bro, like come on now, man. Like bro, just chill, So I think we said enough to you. I expect you to not show up in class for the next couple of weeks. Not because you've been suspended, but because you fear retaliation from the student body. So, bruh, once again, Enis, I want to make this clear to the FairWeather Fan followers. Listen, we are not in support of transgender athletes, particularly transgender women playing in women's sports. We are not in support of that. That's not what we're saying. I don't want anybody to misconstrue that because we're coming at what we're saying is that the WNBA have their own issues to resolve. We've already put our feet in the ground and said that somehow the WNBA do allow transgender athletes, women to play in the sports. A lot of us will pull away. All right. But until that happens, we love the sport that we love. We love the WNBA. And right now it's currently made of naturally born female players. And we love this sport, regardless of what identity they subscribe to, regardless of all that, right? We ain't come here to worry about who's dating who. We're coming here to see women basketball. Yep. Nothing more, nothing less than that. So that's why.
I think it's important that we also say that we're not in support of women that want to play in men's sports also.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely.
We never really talk about that, but if you're a woman and you want to play in the Major League Baseball, we're not in support of that, okay? We're not. So it works both ways, okay, bro?
Right, exactly. We don't want Clarissa Shields out there trying to fight no guy. You know what I'm saying? They were trying to get her to go fight Shador Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't want to see that. We don't want to see the WN. We don't want to see a combined all-star game between men and women. We don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? How everybody has been suggesting, let them combine. We get enough of that in the celebrity games, the co-ed celebrity games. That's cute, but we don't want to see them actually competing in our state. We don't want none of that. That don't make any sense at all, right? I love the Women's Flag Football League. And just because it's flag football, don't you ever get a grand idea to have the boys and the girls play together in flag football. Like, it's got to stop
No,
somewhere.
no, 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 no. We know we're on the same page on that. Yeah.
Going back to the previous comment, Z-Man said that the NCAA lacks common sense. The students at least should be given another chance to play if they choose to. I agree with that.
As long as they don't get drafted, man. Yeah.
Because I believe if you attend the college, you should be afforded all the things that the campus provides.
Agree.
I agree. As long as they don't get
As
drafted.
long as you didn't get drafted. They want to stop in Turkey too.
Oh man,
talking about Enis Kanter.
Yeah, he said they want to beat him up in Turkey too. They're like, you did not represent us. We don't want to
I love
mess
that.
with them women, man.
That's good. That's good.
Oh man, D-Way, we come to the end of the show, and so that was that. So we got to go ahead and get to public announcement. Public service now with Coach D-Way. D-Way, take it away. What you got to let us know?
EC, it's just an easy one for me tonight, man.
Mm-hmm.
I come at it with a heavy heart. I grew up. I'm talking about as a baby, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-year old. I give all the love. She said that she would always love us. And she said she was working 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And that's the beautiful, the talented, the legendary, the incredible, classy Dolly Parton left us today.
Yeah.
So I say rest in peace. Dolly was not ever bashful about talking about her faith.
Yeah.
And so I believe in my heart of hearts that she's up there. It's her turn to get into the gates, man.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
Dolly,
yeah.
man, you were so phenomenal. You were such an entertainer. But more importantly than that, you were just a classy, incredible lady of faith. So thank you for all the great memories. I will continue to listen to your music and watch your movies. And
Yeah.
man, I love me some Dolly Parton. So
Yeah.
that's my final thoughts.
Hey, I just want to add to that. Looking over her, I think she had like a couple of documentaries or biopics out there,
Mhm.
and watching the struggle it was to be a young Christian, a person of faith at that time, but yet want to pursue a professional career in
Yes,
singing,
yes, yeah.
caused so much unneeded controversy, so much
Mhm.
disruption, and there's still people who don't know how to balance those or still don't believe
Mhm.
that because you're a person of faith, you shouldn't go out and dabble into the secular and stuff like that. And
Yep,
and
yep,
and,
yep,
and you
yep.
know, and I'm just a person who believes that, man, whatever lane God chooses you to be in, saying
Mhm.
you can't constantly always preach to the choir,
Mhm.
right? In order to reach certain levels and walks of life, man, there have to be some things in common, right?
Mhm.
Everybody's not called to go missions
Mhm.
and throw themselves in third world countries and be, saying have to sneak through underground routes to be safe. You know what I'm saying? Some people go by way of mainstream. Some people say, I'm going to sit right here on the same stage and sing the same
Love
song,
it,
but yet
love
I'm
it.
gonna come with a different message, and that's what Dolly
Mhm.
did. She sat in that seat and she spoke she spoke an unapologetic message to the world, regardless of what family and friends said. She stood in the
Yep,
gap
yep.
and she stood 10 toes down. And so, beautiful soul, Dolly
Yeah,
Parton. 9 to 5. We
yeah.
all know her for the Whitney Houston hit "I'll Always
Oh
Love You"
yeah,
for writing
oh
that
yeah, oh
song. And
yeah,
so,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and just so many other songs, man. Her last performance was with the halftime show at the Super Bowl, where she did a great, phenomenal
Yeah,
job. No, it was a Thanksgiving. No, it was Thanksgiving at the
yeah.
Cowboys. She did the Thanksgiving at the Cowboys and showed out. Right, had a better
And
performance than anybody.
yeah, and we would be remiss if we didn't say this and mention this. If you're out there and you're listening to the podcast, or if this is something that you're going to listen to later, I'm going to tell you right now: do yourself a favor
Yeah,
and go on YouTube and find Dolly Parton and Zach Williams song collaboration of "There Was Jesus." Okay,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
go do
yeah,
yourself a favor and
yeah,
listen to "There Was Jesus." Okay, by
yeah.
Zach Williams and Dolly Parton.
Absolutely,
Incredible,
absolutely.
incredible song. So, man, great show tonight. Great show tonight, EC.
Absolutely, absolutely. Any of you guys got final thoughts? Somebody's coming in and say, that Thanksgiving performance. Yes, 23 was absolutely great. Yeah, exactly, exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
Lou,
That's
I
what I was
agree,
talking
bro.
about. That was in the
Good, good.
Cowboys. She did, and out of all the
Yeah,
Thanksgiving
yeah,
performances at the halftime
yeah,
show, she
yeah,
hands down beat everybody out.
yeah,
And she was like, they was just a few
yeah.
years ago, so she was well in her
Yeah,
late
and and,
70s.
and,
So
and
yeah,
Lou, thanks for sharing that. I mean,
yeah,
Dolly was on. If she was one of those that was on everything, she
yeah,
was on Johnny Carson. She was on David Letterman. I mean,
yeah,
she was on what's his name, Jay Leno. I mean,
yeah,
anybody that was anybody begged her to come on their show because she was that kind of lady. So
absolutely.
good stuff there. So
All right, my final thoughts is Lou, are you having a show tonight? Because I know you're still on over here. We're past 7 o'clock, but I'll click over there. I'm gonna check my email and see if Lou's having a show tonight. Lou, are you having a show tonight? I have to check my email and see. Da, 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 da. My email has been. I have to check my phone, but yeah. But anyway, man. Until next time, man. Join us every single Tuesday here on Facebook, my Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and you can join us on TikTok for my little controversial videos that I've been getting here lately. But anyway, man, what's good, man? How you feeling, man? Everything went well for you tonight, today? How
yeah,
you like the
yeah.
show? The show was good, man.
EC man, get your pen out.
Yeah,
Pencil me in. We're playing golf Monday.
yeah, I heard that. Yeah,
No, no excuses. No, no, I can't do. No, no, no.
hey, you know me. Every Monday, I'm ready. So I'm coming with my golf shoes on, and I'm ready to play.
So
Simple
tell
as
Demetrius and Lou and Larry Jackson, all those other cats, you're committed already for Monday.
that.
Okay.
Say less, say less. You already penciled in, man. So I can't wait.
All right, brother.
I
All right,
can't
man.
wait. We'll talk to you later,
Perfect.
man. For all of you
Yeah.
who've been watching FairWeather Fan, from Jonathan, from Lou, to Bob who got on late, to Sean Big Daddy, man, Z man, always great to have you guys on. To
Ron and Terry
friends,
Garza.
Rob
Yeah.
and Terry down in
San
Austin, San
Antonio.
Antonio, down in
San
San
Antonio.
Antonio,
Yep.
man.
Yep. Yep.
Appreciate you guys for joining in, man. And then whoever this Daniel Berry Sports Highlight, we appreciate you for joining us, man. But until next time, man, myself, EC22, the Fairweather Fan, along with Coach D-Way. For now, we are